move anything in a school, everybody's got to be rowing in the same direction.
It's about asking teachers and principals and school leaders to come together to do work around their deepest challenges.
It provides us with a framework to do things that have proven to be successful.
When you're working with kids, there's never good enough. There's always something more that we can do. We want to be really clear about what it is we can do in individual classrooms, individual schools, and as a network to continue to push Delaware students up the chart. How do you take the work that the network has done, is doing, and work that we will do in the future and serve as a driver for improvement for all students in Delaware?
And this idea of no exceptions, no excuses has been important to us.
Our pathways now really came from the schools and their needs. There will be other needs, and I think we need to be flexible and adaptable and respond to those needs, but not be everything to everybody.
Over time, what should happen is that the Vision Network should lead the way for our state. And the other schools and the other districts should be able to follow the model that the Vision Network is putting forward.
Your page should look like mine, so scroll down until you find your page that you started.
When schools sign up for the network, we assign a thought partner to help them do their work in the school. So usually our thought partners are retired administrators or teachers. They go into the building and coach the principal and then also the leadership team.
So often we get tunnel vision of what's happening in our school and what's happening in our district, and to get someone who is outside of that realm gives you another perspective.
Each of our vision schools has a principal and teacher, what I call teacher leaders. These are teachers in the classroom, but they're willing to step out of the box and meet together as a leadership team to give the school direction.
In addition to that, it's the time to have your instructional leaders together during the school day and then back at the school during our scheduled ILT meetings after the school day to talk about the things that are important to us.
The teacher leadership teams are sharing and creating what happens at that school, and so they believe in it. They've helped craft it, and then they are far more enthusiastic about assuring that it happens. And they are the ones who can make it happen.
To be able to get the information firsthand and to see just how powerful being a part of this team really is, and then bringing the information back to the staff and being like a cheerleader for the Vision Network. So we have everyone on board. We're all excited. We are thrilled that we were invited to participate, and we understand that it is a worthwhile network and everyone should be involved.
The cornerstone for the Vision Network is that the acting happens at the leadership team level. Those 8 or 10 or 12 people in a school who, many of whom have roles of formal authority, some of whom don't, but demonstrate leadership, that those people are helping to make the change that is needed in the schools, in the way that adults behave, in the way that adults interact with students, in the way that adults serve students, and that ultimately that action leads to student outcomes.
So I think the Vision Network of Delaware really has found its place in developing distributed leadership in schools so that there's great leadership and good practices around leadership, but just not in the administrative office, that teachers as leaders have the opportunity to influence practices in their schools and have a clear voice in that.
Our work in the Vision Network has helped us set our instructional focus, realigned our resources, and we think differently about how we use our time.
The Vision Network knows where the power lies. They empower the grassroots. They empower us, the teachers, by giving us the knowledge and the tools to create change within our schools together with our administration.
Through Vision, we've been able to interact with all of the schools here, take the best things that they've done, adapt them just a little bit or a lot, and then make them our own.
So often we work in isolation in schools, and the Vision Network provides a chance for schools to work together, to share things that have been successful, and to utilize resources that have been developed by others for the benefit of the school without having to reinvent the wheel.
And to find that schools and leaders of schools are willing to share what's working for them all over the state is kind of not common in a day where there's so much competition to do well in each school.
We have had a wonderful opportunity with visiting various schools, vision schools, and learning about what their visions are and how they have accepted the charge of going from a school that had some challenges and overcoming those challenges through the vision. Getting everyone on board, from the cafeteria workers, the custodians, the teachers, the parents, the secretary, everyone in the building is on board. And when we saw that, we just knew this is something that we can do because we're all about student achievement.
When I first started, and we would go to other schools and we would watch what they were doing to try to improve our school. And then once we started seeing results from our test scores, you know, that was like an aha. And then all of a sudden, the schools that we were going to watch, there are schools that are coming to see us. So that lets me know that this Vision Network has definitely been paying off.
This network of schools does an amazing job for kids, and that we see that in the student achievement of the students in the school, number one, first and foremost. And secondly, that this network capitalizes on the value of a network. In other words, across school lines, across district lines, that they are sharing practices and that those practices constantly make each other better. And you know, what you should wind up with then is a group of schools, you know, whether it's 25 or 50 or 60, that are able to lead the way for our state and really demonstrate what's possible for kids.